What's up, sports fans? I'm Rene Garza Jr.,
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
and welcome to another episode of Tailgate 956, a show that covers sports across the Valley and the Lone Star State. Now, before we begin today's fun filled episode, let's give a shout out to our sponsors Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Visit Apogee Comics all throughout social media and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located on Indiana Street in Brownsville. My brother.
Let's warm up today. It's pretty cold.
Oh, brand new year, but still cold. But we're still feeling the repercussions of
Everything else.
2024. Oh, yes. Yes.
It must be a cold day, even colder day in Dallas. For right now, for both football and basketball.
And baseball,
Well,
I'm not talking about that new deck in park because I refuse to call it the ice box. It will forever be the juice box. What do you mean?
Never.
And I know other Astro fans agree as well, too. But speaking of baseball, though, there's been a lot of ups and downs lately with the Houston Astros. Justin Verlander the other day had signed with the San Francisco Giants.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, honestly, surprising enough, like I can honestly say that, yeah, it sucks. The nostalgic in me, you know what I mean? It sucks seeing him go, but at the same time, he wasn't having a spectacular season either way either. So, that's another thing. So, yeah, this last season,
He had a tough time.
He had a tough time. He's spending it a lot, very injured.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and pretty much he was picking up speed, pretty much towards the end of the season. Yeah, for even as I was like thinking about it, and I was like going over some old notes and all or whatnot about that. He wasn't really picking up steam until towards the end of the season, where it really but we were pretty much cinched the wild card or whatnot, and he didn't even make it with the starting five during the wild card, so to speak. So that says a lot. So honestly, seeing him go, yes, it hurts the nostalgic fan in me, but he does leave the Astros with a good. He was fifth ERA, in franchise history. One of the greatest Astros starting pitcher in franchise history. This is the reason why I said, and many others can agree as well. Fifth in ERA, third in ERA, seventh in first in the two CY Young Awards anchored. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I say first, second. Honestly, he was the best. He was honestly the best. And
two, I thought it was three actually. Three CY Young.
No. It was two. It was two. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. He was great, but seeing him go to the Giants, as sad as it is, it's all right because honestly, this like say it took a dip in this last game.
I think it hurts more, like you said, like the nostalgic of it. Maybe
Yeah, that's what it does.
Him as the kind of player that he was to the Houston,
Mm.
but I guess the question was, did he have anything else left? You know what I mean?
That's what a lot of people say, and be like, oh, just because he's older. But injuries they pile up and they show.
Yeah.
They show, and it sucks to say, but he spent this past season injured a lot, and he wasn't on fire, and a lot of
when he
other batters
was
of other
on the
teams,
field.
yeah, a lot of other batters in the team figured him out really quick, and it showed. It honestly showed.
Yeah, I saw a lot of he had a tough. I saw that did have quite a bit of a tough time in the mount.
Yeah,
he had a couple of good games nonetheless. I mean, this year, he had like I think one or two maybe.
Oh
good,
no, like
really.
I said, he was on fire towards the end of the season, But honestly, against like the Guardians, against Cleveland, you can see I'm like that's a Verlander, but like him not making the first five, even he said he's like yeah, I understand.
Now, I guess the next question that I would have is that how do you feel to him being signed only for 1 year? What does that say about the Giants?
No, I can honestly say it's kind of the kind of contract he was probably asking for, and they probably only worked it out for like 1 year.
And then to see from right there,
yeah. Because I honestly wished he retired as an Astro.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been great to see him. But I guess this is probably his only year. Maybe that's why it's only 1 year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, 1 year could be negative and positive when they do it in any sport, because you can have a good year
Mhm.
and then you renegotiate your contract for more if they want to keep you, or
Yeah.
you add your worth to another team
Yeah.
and they pay you more, vice
Yeah, that could
versa.
be another. He's probably just testing the water, see how he feels
Or it could
with
go
staff. Yeah,
worse.
it could go, or it could go worse. That's another thing.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right. So you think he was on the tougher side of the negotiation, like on his this negotiation was more on his side to the
Yeah.
1 year, not the
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah. I think so. I think honestly, when it comes right down to it, it's more of a testing the water. Maybe he might retire. Maybe it might be his last year. It might be his last year. Maybe so. That's one way of looking at it as well too.
Well, I will say if he does have a tough time this year, yes, he more than likely I can't see that anybody else will sign him
Yeah.
after this year.
No. Or he probably just retire there. But I would have preferred him to retire with the Astros. But
I mean,
then again, contract.
making assumptions like what, or I guess not assumptions, but comparing him to another unsigned player, it could, that the same thing could happen. You know,
Yeah.
if it happened to him, which I'm surprised. I am pretty quite
Mhm.
surprised. I'm pretty sure Verlander would be also in that. The only thing is that he is a pitcher, so I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only upside. But nonetheless, I mean, we have another unsigned player that we want to talk about.
Oh,
I'm
Alex
presuming.
Bregman.
Yes. I'm very surprised, but I think we're right there. I know you were talking about his agent.
I feel that Scott Boras pretty much screwed him over a lot. That's just me. I felt that he could have stayed with Houston.
He had a chat. Well, he had a
He had a
chance.
chance that like I said, that 156 million 6 year offer that they gave him. That was a good offer. I trying to pull for a 200.
He wanted to bite off more than he could chew.
True, definitely, and I think he did. Maybe his age, like the Scott Boras, maybe he's one of the thorns in the Astro side as well too. Because I know he threw a lot of shade towards them. I was like, oh, they don't recognize the good players when they see one. Sort of saying,
Yeah.
yeah, certain
Mm,
teams, but at the same time, you could tell he was.
yeah, of course, an agent's gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But I will say that yes, I think that the biggest mistake was one of them was that, because I also felt that Bregman wanted to stay too.
yeah.
I kind of feel like so that deal is a lot better than anybody that's offered. Apparently,
Yes.
that I can see from what we can see, and well, we will. I guess we'll wait. I mean, there's still a little bit of more, still quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens until then.
From what I seen, um, and from like the moves that the Astros have made with Isaac Paredes, and also getting Christian Walker, I don't think Alex
Yeah.
Bregman. He's not coming back. I've accepted that.
Yeah, I agree with you. As soon as they
Yeah.
got that person for first base,
Yeah, Christian
of
Walker.
course,
Yeah.
yeah. I like when they got somebody already to sit,
Mm.
that kind of put that out
That
of
put the
the,
final nail in the coffin.
yeah, that really just where we're gonna put him.
Where are you going to put him? Honestly,
Yeah,
that makes sense. Where are you going to put him?
yeah,
Where are you going to put him?
and they all are starters. So you know what I mean.
Unless they rotate between Isaac Paredes and Alex Bregman. Unless they rotate with that.
I really think that that's gonna cause more of a
Uh,
confusion,
no,
more
yeah,
of a
no, it's going to cost
problem.
them more too.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? Man, that's the you can say the desperate fan in me trying to like hope for.
Now, okay, what if they get him? Okay, what if they make an offer that's less than 150? Now, what do you think? Would you, in your opinion, would you think that he would take it or no?
uh,
Or even,
hmm.
or maybe add to that, should he take it?
That is a very good question. That is a very good question. And to tell you the truth, oof, I would honestly say, would you honestly take it? I
I,
wouldn't. I honestly, if that was the case, let's just say if they were to offer me like 156 million,
mhm.
I wish they offered me 160.
Shot taken in a heartbeat, man.
I'll take it in a heartbeat. Yeah, but no disrespect to Alex Bregman, great third baseman, great ball player, but at the same time, you got to know
What's a fair offer?
what's a fair offer and what's not. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I understand. You value yourself maybe at 200 million. You know your worth.
Hmm.
That's good. That's good. But test the waters beforehand. You know what I mean? I know right now he's maybe still has a chance with the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers, from what I've read, that they're looking to sign him. But I don't think they're going to offer him 156.
That's what I was gonna say. So because
Yeah.
they know that they would have to offer, and that's why I say it too, because
Mm.
other teams will know that they would have to offer him more than what
Mm.
the Houston Astros
Yeah.
did if he doesn't take anything less. In other
From what
words,
I read, I think it was a Tiger. I think they were willing to go 20 million more.
oh
Yeah,
wow,
20 million more.
and you see he didn't get that.
And that's the thing. But right now, with the way the budget's going, for the way I'm seeing it, they avoided any fines from going over the cap of what they needed to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the whole Justin Verlander. I think that's one reason why they didn't come back and sign them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would have to negotiate a contract, and they avoided attribution with Mauricio Dubon and Luis Garcia. So they're working out their mojo. So maybe that's all I'm thinking. Like, well, why are they doing all this cap moving around? Like, why? Like, maybe to avoid fines, maybe, but there's that deep feeling inside that maybe they might offer Bregman something, and maybe,
Have a counter offer.
yeah, they might rotate him. That's where I was going back to the theory that they might rotate. But that's just me wanting Bregman still to stay in Houston.
To
But
stay in Houston.
there's two sides of me. The ones that I accepted it already,
Uh,
but as soon as I lay my head down the pillow and dream of Astros nothing, like
yeah, because even if
I'm
they're
thinking,
coming
I'm
up,
like, could they sign him again? Maybe they can rotate him. Who knows?
that's the thing. If they would offer him 20 million plus more, they know that he wouldn't accept it either because you didn't already.
Yeah, that's the
You
thing.
see,
That's
so
the thing.
that you have to know that he really wants those two.
Those 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
then
the thing is, I don't know the article. Maybe they're willing to do that, but they haven't heard anything back. So I don't know whether it's his agent that's screwing him over, or maybe it's just him that's being hard headed and
hard headed.
wanting that 200.
I mean, I gotta say, if I'm not catching anything, and I did get offered 20 million,
Mhm.
me as a player, I wouldn't look. I would say at the money,
Mhm.
but also where you're gonna go,
Mhm.
where you're gonna live,
Mhm.
where you want a peace of mind. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
And if you really liked Houston, if you really enjoyed it, I
Mhm.
would probably take it.
Yeah.
If that was the thing. But if he doesn't enjoy it, yeah, I mean, go ahead and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would really, depending on where you're gonna be living, and also on top of that, the team that you're gonna go to, if you like it, then
Mhm.
I would take a pay a less. I would say he should.
Yeah, he should.
But I mean, it's of course that's like, by the way you're saying, that he really wants us to.
Yeah. But who knows where it'll go? I know a draft pick of Bryce Boucher. I know he's skipping the 2025. I'm always butchering names. I know he's skipping. Yeah, I know the draft pick that they got. I know he's skipping the 2025 spring training to play, I guess, his final season in football,
Hmm.
which is all right. I guess if you're a football fan, just go out on that and maybe report, to that. But that's other here and there that But I'm thinking, if you're getting drafted already, bro, take it.
Yeah, I agree.
But hey, it's apples and oranges. You know what you want to do. But yeah. But who knows where Alex Bregman's going to land up? I honestly feel I'm split in the middle, but I'm more accepting now that he's done.
He's good done in
He's done.
Houston.
He's done in Houston.
Mm, yeah, I have to agree with that for sure. Like we've agreed before.
Yeah.
It's just that lingering right now, and with everything, it's still a possibility, like you said.
Yeah. But on to the basketball courts.
B-ball.
B-ball and Valley Sports, actually.
Ooh, with them
The
Vipers.
Vipers, yeah, the Vipers with the Houston assigned Reed Shepard led an all-time high with 49 points. With our boy Nate Hinton obtained a double-double with 19 points, 14 rebounds. It was a dominating sport when they played against the Oklahoma City Blue back on the 7th. Actually.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
even though despite the loss by 5 points, they really showed out. But they've been doing great since November. So
No, yeah, they have been. They've
yeah.
been having such a, well, I would say a better season than even last. more. I've been seeing more W's, especially around this time, because around this time is when they were starting to
Trying to
get that.
struggle. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
trying to have the hiccup. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
hiccups. It started around this time, so I feel like they're having more success this year. Although it's pretty close because they it was a pretty successful
Mhm.
beginning of the season last year too.
Yeah. But with Reed Shepard, like with the Vipers debut of 49.6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 8 3-pointers.
Ooh, what more do you want?
Yeah, what the home like yeah, like, hey man.
How can you lose?
Yeah. Honestly, how can you lose? I was shocked, and I thought they lost by such a little bit. But I know, like Ian said, when they come back from the loss, they come back more vengeful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, it wasn't even that big of a loss. So I mean,
Mhm.
it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
It's just little things. 5 points in B ball is
Oh yeah,
it's a
definitely.
little errors here and
Yeah,
there.
I know. I think the next game that they have is oh, it's tonight. It's tonight.
Nice.
Yes, yes. They're at the Bird Ogden Arena against the once again Oklahoma City Blue.
Ooh, it's gonna be a nice game.
And it's gonna happen at 7 p.m. So if you're here in the Edinburgh area, head on over to the Bird Ogden Arena and catch yourself some Viper action.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see them
Definitely.
win.
Oh, definitely. You're gonna see them dominate. Get that vengeance.
Oh yeah, hopefully you get to see Shepard put up those kind of numbers
No,
again.
or double it.
If man with Hinton and him both on the full court, man. Oh man,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I just can't believe it. But wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, all I know is our Vipers, our boys are Valley owned proud. They're
Yes.
gonna go the distance, and I'm thinking off. I'm thinking playoffs already.
Oh, they're definitely gonna make it, of course,
Yeah.
like they did last year. It's just
Yeah,
man.
it's just injury. It was just injuries. It was just injuries that happened.
But no. I see him definitely going pursuing this, pursuing the playoffs a lot further this year.
Oh yeah, and speaking of going further, the Houston Rockets, they're the ones with
24 and 12.
Yes, 24 and 12. Second
Second
place, baby.
place.
Second place, baby. Why?
Second
Clutch
place.
City Rockets, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
They're doing good. They're
Yeah.
doing very good. They're dominating right now.
Yeah.
I really cannot see why they're not number one. I mean, I'm serious. I'm like, wow.
It's who? The Thunder. The Thunder, of course. That's the boo.
Yeah, the boo.
Boo.
Do the thunder. I got lightning right here.
Yeah. It sounds like lightning, but even better because it's a rocket, baby.
Rocket fuel.
Yeah. 135 to 112 against Washington.
Nice.
That was that like, and once again, that was Wednesday's game.
Wednesday's,
no,
yeah.
Tuesday's game. Sorry, got my dates mixed up there. Yeah, but
shoot, you're right.
But all the way around, top performers: Green, Thompson, Manvliet, and Green again.
Tonight they actually play against the Grizzlies, which are third in the Western.
We're just like what 6 games behind the Thunder. We can get there.
The Thunder. Oh yeah. 6. Well, that's pretty impressive by the Thunder. Yes, I was sure. I was shocked at how many games they were ahead. But right now, I think the biggest thing is tonight getting that win against the Grizzlies because they're almost tied.
Yeah,
they're almost tied.
I know during this Wizard game,
second.
Washington had the advantage over us when it was 30-20 during the first quarter. And second quarter, I guess we just kept the momentum, and from there, second 37-25, third quarter 40-24, fourth quarter 38-33. From there, we just like second quarter something clicked, and they kept the lead the whole game, the rest of the game.
Yeah, no, I definitely believe that they can go ahead and dominate and beat the Grizzlies. The only thing is that they're fighting for the tie.
And that Jalen Green, man. Wow, man! Spectacular performance all the way around with points and threes. It's great. It's a great addition to the team. It's great that they're dominating so well. 24-12, the record.
Yeah.
And they're maintaining it. And I couldn't be. I'm giddy with joy, as they say.
Yeah. Right now, their key player is actually Jalen Green.
Yeah, their key player is Jalen Green. So they need to build on and protect him. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely doing really good. On the other note, although not trailing behind, not doing so hot without Luka, is the Mavericks. They're 21 and 16.
Mavericks, yes.
They're fifth in the Western. They're 3 games behind, but nonetheless, they're barely hanging in there. And without Luka, God knows how many more games he's gonna be. I think the biggest question is, can the Mavericks hold on to enough wins to allow Luka to come back and keep them in the playoffs.
Well, honestly, with tell you the truth, like they're not, yeah, they may be in fifth place, but they're a couple of games behind the Rockets as well too. Like what, 3 games behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, the losses is the one that making them stay in fifth place. But honestly, any win against the Lakers is already a championship. Because like they pretty much took care of Los Angeles back on January. So yeah, back another game back on Tuesday. Yeah,
But yeah, of
118 to
course.
97.
But well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have the Blazers today. They have the Blazers today.
That's another one that's going to help them because I know the Blazers are what, last place, or is it the Pelicans? No,
They're 13th. Yeah, they're around. They're around. They're not doing so hot. Yeah,
yeah.
that could be a win for them
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
seriously, they need as many wins as possible.
Oh yeah, I know the Jazz are tanking. 9-26. Yikes! But that's Utah. Right here we cover Texas.
What can you do about it?
We cover good old Texas, and I'm more than for sure that it's going to be a battle for first place, a battle for second place between Dallas and Houston.
Well, I hope they can get there. I hope they can get there, and I really do hope the Mavericks can hang on because I can see and you can tell the struggle that they're struggling without Luca.
Well, of course, when it comes to rebounds and assists, Los Angeles took it on Tuesday with Davis with 12 rebounds and LeBron James with 8 assists.
Oh, well, of course.
But hey, but Grimes, 23 points and 6 points when it comes to three. It was great. It was good. It was a good game. It was a good game. We pretty much dominated second, third, and fourth quarter because in the first quarter it was 27-24. We only trailed by 2.
Yeah.
Second, it was 23-31. Third, it was 26-34. And in the fourth quarter, it was 29-21 between all that, rounding it up to 118 to 197. I mean, to 97. It was great. It was a good game. It was a good game, despite Luka not being there. Honestly, I felt that they took a lot of chances when it came to the 3-point round. That I feel they needed to attack the paint a little bit more.
Yeah,
to get that advantage.
And that's what Luka does.
Yeah.
That's what Luka does.
And you could see where the presence that's needed more.
Yeah, I mean, with him and with the assists and those points, those add-on points, he picks up a lot of fouls plus and ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things like that, and just those shots that he makes. Yeah, Luka's well needed. Like you said, yeah, they dominated. Lakers they're not doing so hot. They're about the same place as the Mavericks are. They're actually about 20-16 right now.
Yeah.
And 21-16. We just need one more game.
One game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 game difference. So beating them kind of puts us a little bit more ahead than I guess the middle of the division.
Definitely, and I feel that they will advance higher and pretty much probably take over either third or second place as Houston goes into first.
Yeah. I do hope so, and I hope Luka comes back as soon as possible.
and another team that needs to continue to like try to improve or try to get up there within the single digit numbers is the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, I know,
which from 8th place they gone down to 10th.
Yeah, I am very surprised. I am shocked. I am shocked to see that. I was like, what was going on with them?
Exactly. They were doing so hot and so well. As well they played yesterday. Yeah, there was the Strays loss against Milwaukee 105 to 121. I missed the game. Honestly, thought it was today. But yeah, it was 105 to 121.
They don't play until the 11th.
Yeah, they don't play until the 11th. And judging by the points and the attempts here on the court, they missed a lot more than they didn't go to the paint enough. They took too many risks trying to get those 3-pointers. They needed to attack the paint more. The top performers were all the Bucks with Lillard with 26 points, the Greek Freak with 16 rebounds. Lillard was in with assists, and I guess the only time we pretty much dominated was with Chris Paul with 5 points. That's the only area that I see right here on this map right here on this graph that pretty much
was the only thing.
That was the only thing, yeah. And besides the great performance of Victor Wembanyama, but it's sad to say that like San Antonio needs to pick up their momentum again. They lost the fire that they were going at. I don't know what happened, but they need to pick it up and they need to get top 5. They need to if they want to go far and they want to make it to the playoffs, they need to perform a lot better. Because they just like a little bit like this loss shouldn't have happened. They were doing so well enough that this loss shouldn't have happened against the Bucks.
Yeah, I think the second quarter looks like where they completely lost.
Yeah, they lost momentum horribly during that time.
Yeah.
And even at that, I think they only maintained the lead only during the third quarter. During the third quarter.
Yeah, barely,
Mm-hmm.
barely.
Yeah,
They picked it up, and
yeah.
then, but still, no.
And they misstepped during the fourth quarter because it was 27-30 during the fourth quarter, and
Yeah, the biggest lead that they let up was the second quarter.
no,
Towards
no,
the
no,
end,
it was the third quarter was the biggest lead. It was 32-26.
Oh,
But
but towards the end of the second quarter, it was 34-19 points.
yeah, that was a 34.
That's adding to the 31 points that they made on the
The
first
first
quarter,
quarter, yeah,
and then the 20 they were already down.
they were already down, yeah, yeah. But something needs to change in San Antonio. I don't know what it was, but they need to greatly improve.
Yeah, I mean 18-19. They're going back. They're heading back to the way they
They're
were.
going backwards. Yeah, they're going backwards.
They're working backwards. What's going on? Yeah.
Exactly, and it's hard to see. It's hard to see. It's hard to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, they were hanging on there, and
But
then
like the other two predecessors, the Houston Rockets and Dallas Mavericks, San Antonio needs to be up there.
Yeah, they does, and they should be up there. They really do it. They really should. I'm very disappointed, especially having a guy like Victor on the roster.
Exactly. They got the tools. They got the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They need to execute it a lot more. They need to, like, once again, attack the paint more and stop taking. I don't know what's with the 3-point attempts. So many, there's so many bricks you could build a house. That was a lot of bricks that I'm counting right here. Like I lost count, but like it's enough to build a house. I'll tell you that
Too
many air balls. But yeah, like something needs to change in San Antonio, and something needs to improve because dropping from 8th to 10th, that's unacceptable, San Antonio. So
yeah, I mean, move forward, not backwards.
Exactly. And right now, in this kind of crucial season, we need all the wins we can get. We need all the wins we can get.
Yep. Yep. Especially having a season like you did last year, you cannot go back to that. You cannot go back to that.
That dumpster fire of a season.
Yeah. Because by the way it's headed, it's already close to what? Maybe a little bit closer to the middle of the season, and you're already in 10th place again. Or I mean, it's not the end, but still, you know what I mean. 10th is still pretty far.
Tell you one thing, we're close to spring training, and when spring training in baseball, so when that starts happening, that's when the playoffs start going on. But so something needs to change.
Something needs to change.
Something needs to change, definitely. But hopefully, within these next couple of games, hopefully they play on the 11th when they go up against, who are they going to go up against here?
On the 11th, the Spurs, the Lakers.
The Lakers, yeah. Well, hopefully that's a good win.
Let's see that. Let's see if they can beat them.
Hopefully, yes, because
see if they took notes from the Mavericks.
Yeah. They got 3 L's. There's 3 L's here against Milwaukee, Chicago, and Denver.
That's not a good streak.
Yeah, that's not a good losing streak to have. We need to improve that.
We need winning streaks, not losing streaks.
Definitely. Well, hopefully something changes against the Lakers.
Well, I mean, just here. Of the last 10 games, this is the problem. You see, over the last 10 games, they won 4 and they lost 6.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's Spurs for you again. But I mean, they were doing a lot better than they did last year. But hopefully, they can pick up that momentum back up where they were.
Definitely. But onto the gridiron, though. The Dallas Cowboys. How about them having the final game of the season?
Well, I guess we already answered our question about Trey Lance. I don't know. What did you think about his performance?
Honestly, I'm glad we got to see this performance out of him because I was.
I agree. I agree.
Because me and you, we had questioned it off season. I was a fan.
I think everybody was questioning because how do you buy a car without driving it?
Yeah. And I was hoping he would be the answer that they needed. I was rooting. I was on team Trey Lance. Remember that?
Yeah.
I was all over that. I was like, I was ahead in the parade. Let's go, Trey Lance. Let's see what happens. Nope.
Nope, not the answer.
Nope. No, that float. Crashed and burned.
And I guess if you want to go ahead and put it, I guess comparing him to Cooper Rush. Remember, Cooper Rush even though we were trying to lose, beat the Redskins, the Commanders.
Yeah.
And although it was a close enough game and they didn't win until the end, the
Yeah.
Commanders, most of the points, all the points, I think all the points were gotten by our kicker.
Yeah, yeah.
Our kicker. I mean, not most of the points. I think no. I'm sorry. I think there was a touchdown by our running back. Our running back. I don't know if it was our starter or not. But yes, I do believe it was him.
Well, I'll give you one thing though. Trey Lance had the most passing yards this game.
He had a lot of passing yards,
Yeah.
but you know what I saw from there, he cannot finish it. He wasn't able to finish.
No, end zone, no.
In the red zone, and again,
red zone,
we already have Dak for that.
Yeah. We already have somebody to take over that mantle.
Exactly. Yeah. We already have somebody that cannot perform in the red zone.
Yeah.
So let's not get somebody else.
Dowell and Tolbert had a miraculous.
Dowell had one TD. Yeah. Dowell
rushing with 72 yards and receiving yards. Tolbert with 98.
You see, although, and I'm gonna say this already, Dowell is not the running back or the answer for running back for next year.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I agree.
And although people,
he's not the answer.
Have seen like him perform the way he did this year, I do not believe it's good enough as a running back. Yes, he's not our answer. So anybody that wants Rico Dowell again. You might want to rethink your
shush.
Well, in a nicer way. Yeah. I can honestly tell you. Mark my words. Come back and let me know in the comments later on.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me I was wrong next season if we keep him. But I will honestly tell you, all our running backs, all of them, should just go. If Rico Dowell stays, it will be as a backup, as a second runner. Maybe he will be good enough for a second backup, second runner, or just to be switching. But we need to draft a running back. And by the way it looks, at least from suspicions and all that, it is going to be a running back, our first pick. Yeah. So we're good. The only thing is that I think our second pick should be a linebacker, a middle linebacker. Somebody who can read the defense, smart enough to read the defense, and honestly protect against the run, a hard hitter.
Yeah.
And after that, I think we need a couple of receivers because we're really low on those.
Where are we in the draft pick order? Like
12.
We're 12. We're 12,
place.
Right? Yeah,
we're 12 place. Yes. I believe 11 is 49ers, and then the top 10, the bottom are pretty low.
They're pretty low, right?
Yeah, pretty low. We didn't because of the Commanders.
Yeah, we
got moved up to. We didn't get the top 10. Yeah. Even in losing, we can't win.
What was it? The 49ers are even beating us there?
Even the 49ers beat us at losing.
Can't let us have anything.
You can't let us have anything, man. Really? But going back to Trey Lance, answers are there.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to finish it. You're right. At the open field, I believe they let Trey Lance pick up those yards.
Yeah.
Because the fact that I'm using the red zone wasn't able to happen. Nothing in the red zone happened.
Nothing happened until like the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Because the first quarter was like a field goal.
That just proves that the defense was probably laying back and then just tightening up in the red zone.
I tell you, Aubrey kicks with a lofer.
Yes.
All those kicks are rich. Boom.
man. Yes. Thank God for Aubrey. But yes, I'm gonna be honest with you. At least that answer was met. We're gonna more than likely. I feel like they're gonna get rid of Trey Lance this year. Yeah. Rush safely secured his second string. If nobody picks him up,
even though he got screwed over that whole.
I do believe that. I do believe I was not.
That was not cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest to the people that were talking about I don't remember who was it in the 40. I think it was in the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
What was his name? Evans. Chris. I think it was Evans.
Evans
was gonna get also a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the coaches or the owners thing. Yeah. I think the quarterback. What's his name? Was just wanted him to go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it wasn't his call. Yeah. I don't feel like that was his call. So before you say the owners allowed for him to get that benefit, that plus, I don't think so. I just think that they decided to do it themselves.
Well, I know Texas Monthly had pretty much a scathing piece on Jerry Jones' mismanagement
Well,
of the hiccuping or the hiccup, or I say hiccup because that's probably like the nicest word I had of the
yeah,
season that Dallas had.
I think this year he was
It was poor mismanagement because we could have got Derrick Henry.
Mayfield. It was Mayfield, Baker Mayfield. I forgot his name. I don't know why. Baker
Oh
Mayfield.
yeah, it was Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield. Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
that
It was
went
Baker
ahead
Mayfield.
and passed it, and
Yeah,
for him to get I think it was him that made the decision, not the owners.
yeah.
But going back to what we're talking about
Mhm.
is that yeah, like I think that this year was Jerry's worst year of managing.
Yep.
He did almost everything wrong
Yep.
and everything, and he continued to do something wrong that I believe he did. I mean, maybe most of you, maybe, hey, share your comments, share your opinions,
Mhm.
let me know. But I do believe that that Dak injury is a fake injury, that he just did it to stop the injury that allowed Dak to go ahead and be in the team next year.
Mhm.
If he were to at least, in my thoughts, be doing it to go ahead and keep his worth up there so he can trade him, I would love that. But
Yeah.
we all know that he cannot get rid of Dak. He does not
No.
want to get rid of Dak.
No.
So we're gonna have another season like we did this year. Maybe not as bad because
Mhm.
he's gonna look and he's gonna see that Dak cannot perform well without superstars, and even then,
Yeah.
not get us all the way there, but at least have a decent season. I believe he's gonna put a lot of money this year in a lot of players.
Mhm.
We're gonna draft a running back, put more money on receivers, probably free agents, to get him where he needs to be. But that's the sad part.
Yeah.
It's not because of his talent. It's because of others' talent on the team that he gets as far as he does. And even then, I mean, look at, like, even when we went there the year before, the Green Bay. Well, how many
Oh,
interceptions? I
yeah.
mean, how many interceptions? It was just, you cannot blame everybody else.
It,
It was right
it's
there.
the, like I know we always go back to it, but honestly, like I said, they were still feeling the after effects of that loss against Green Bay.
Yeah, but I'm
Call me a broken record, but it's
it's
true. It's
but
true.
you know what stings as a player, when it's, you know, whose fault it was. That
Yeah.
whole game,
Yeah.
it was not everybody else's fault or everybody's fault.
Yeah.
It was mostly, all of it was Dak. You cannot be a quarterback in the playoffs playing against a team, Green Bay, that was not doing so hot.
Mm.
You performing how you did all season long, or you at the pedestal that you are, even saying that this was the year that if you are going to win the Super Bowl, it was going to be that year, last year,
Yes.
and you perform like that.
They don't.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous,
That was ridiculous.
and I can see how poor mismanagement and contract negotiations. I feel
Yeah.
like stuff that should have been settled off season,
Mm-hmm.
they were still being settled during the season, and because of that, we ended up with a 7-10 record.
Well, CD Lamb should have been signed eons ago, but Dak, I mean, he got the bag of money and he's not performing as the caliber. I think he was probably one of the worst quarterbacks this season.
Oof.
I would say, yeah, completely. Other years, maybe last year, I could have put it.
No, I want to say Deshaun Watson was pretty bad too.
I mean, well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, at the end of I don't even think he finished the year. So I mean, they moved on from him, and even him, you know what I mean?
That's Cleveland.
I mean, the thing is that on top of that, the person that replaced Watson, or Watson at least hasn't played for a while.
Oh yeah, the other guy did great too. Yeah,
and like, even if you put both, Watson hasn't played for a while, and Dak's already a veteran. He's been playing for years. And you know, what's wrong now? You know what I mean? What's wrong now? You know, there's always excuses for him. And as a business move, the injury was to stop the bleeding. That was very smart in the business wise, but it's gonna affect the team and fans, because here we go again. Here we go. We're gonna get on the same ride, and it's gonna be as crappy as it was this year.
I agree with you in the sense that maybe he did need that surgery, but it wasn't a surgery that was probably needed right then and there.
Well, either it wasn't a high, like you said, it wasn't as like big of an injury as it was meant to be.
Because honestly, he walked off the field like nothing.
And honestly, nobody touched him when he got hurt.
Nobody touched him. Nobody touched him. Yeah,
and I understand it could happen.
It could happen. Yeah, because like look what happened to Diggs and look what happened to
but look
both
at
Diggs actually.
The sense that like
they were just walking on their knees. Just
well, even then, like Dak is a little bit more hefty than him. You know, he's a little bit more built. You know, than him. And but the injury makes too much sense for
everything,
the business aspect than to have it as
I believe this conspiracy theory.
Yeah, like it's too
I'll
good.
It coolly on that one. I believe the conspiracy theory.
It's too good of an injury, and the you know just when it happens, you know, when it was already getting to Dak's fault, everybody was already they were already attacking Jones, they were already attacking McCarthy. Dak was already feeling the heat. He was on that hot seat. And if he would have finished this year, more than likely, I'm pretty sure Jones wouldn't have had any choice but to get rid of Dak. But how was he going to get rid of a guy with that much of bags on him?
True.
Bags of money, man.
True. Definitely. I agree.
That's why he did what he did. So he can at least get one more season out of him. But who's it going to affect? Who's going to pay for it? The team and the fans.
Exactly.
The fans, because the fans are already frustrated. Even true fans are getting very restless and, you know, upset. True fans, and once those fans are the ones that you need to worry about. Those are the fans that you need to worry about that are tired. Even I'm tired. I'm not. Hey, I'm still a Cowboys fan no matter what. Of course, but a lot of people
still bleed the blue and silver.
Are very, and that those are the ones that get very, very mad.
No, but they're always the same clips of them throwing their jerseys in the dumpster, then afterward they go get them.
Those are the boat. Those are the show boats. They jump in the.
I know they get the flag. And they launch it towards the woods, and then they go back and get it because it was expensive.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, I even if I wanted to, I wouldn't. I'm too poor to go out and burn the jersey.
How about you take it off and then you just fold it?
I'm not gonna burn $150 shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Not that you're gonna feel it. They already have your money.
I know.
I never understood that. I never understood why they do that.
Yeah. You just hurting yourself.
No, you just hurting yourself. Yeah.
Because next year, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go buy one.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel, and mark my words, next year is not gonna be as bad, but don't expect last season at least a minimum. I don't expect to see that much of a good season. Maybe a little bit better than this one.
Honestly, I feel next season, and I'm not just saying that as a Dallas fan either. I'm expecting next season to be better. The 2025 season, I'm expecting it to be better. Yeah. Although there's some reporters out there that say, you know, like ones that have been pretty much hard on Dallas. And now it just feels sad for them. Like, that it's gotten to that point.
Yeah, but well, I mean, why don't they feel sorry for everybody else that's below us? Because there's a lot of people below Dallas, but they have to emphasize Dallas, of course, because we're the team to look out. But you know what? I love how you sent me a video of who was it that said
Stephen A. Yeah, I was like
Stephen A. On him.
He was the one that was like talking about
the Dallas Cowboys have been horrible for a long time now. A long time is too. I don't think a year is a long time.
Yeah. That's
you know what I mean.
I think that sentence. Yeah,
playoff we've already established. Yeah, but let's not forget the past 3 years before this one, they were on a 12-5 record. Yeah, that's a pretty darn good record. Yeah, you know, some people even make it top seed with that kind of record. Yeah, you know what I mean. And you know that's what I mean. We go back. Of course, they're gonna always talk about that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I do feel that they're gonna get it together. Jerry Jones, because of his ego. Yeah, he's gonna put a lot of money.
Oh, his ego was bruised.
No, but he's gonna use that. I don't care, but. He's gonna use that for this next year. He's gonna go ahead and want to show people, of course, and then pay up a lot. And he's gonna get players.
Oh, I tell you one thing, he ain't gonna be cheap this time.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely.
Look what him being cheap cost him.
It got him a quarterback that can't throw. Can throw to the other team.
and a frustrated wide receiver.
That is, I wouldn't be surprised if I get a surprise. I really thought, I don't know how many times I thought CeeDee Lamb was going to quit on us. But hopefully he can stick around it long enough because I think the CeeDee Lamb can help us get a ring. Yeah. I think he can. I'm sorry. I feel bad for him. But I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame him
Mm.
honestly if he leaves us because I see the frustration and I can believe as a player you want to
Oh,
win.
he's coming back, and I'm thinking McCarthy's coming back too.
No, yeah, McCarthy
He's coming back.
definitely.
He's coming back.
Like I said, look,
I honestly like, despite the losses and all that, for me, he's been coaching well.
I agree.
He's been coaching well. It's just that the tools that he has, they're they're pretty dull.
Well,
Like,
I mean, it
I'm
starts.
talking about Dak.
Yeah, exactly. Like a quarterback makes a big difference. You
Big
can
difference.
say no, but it does. When you have a good quarterback, when you have Mahomes, and then you have like he's been the best example I can prove. He's had the worst players, or if not players that can't even catch, and he still makes stuff happen. That's when you know you got a quarterback. But when you
Yeah,
have a quarterback that can't do that, or when the game's on the line is yours,
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Dak proved that this year, and that's what I said at the beginning of the season. This is gonna be a good test for Dak to see what he can do by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he gets this wins, if he does good this season, it's gonna be all mostly him.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
what happened? Out
Nothing.
of the first 7 games, 3 wins
Wins
only.
only. Yeah.
3 wins only.
Mhm.
Before he got injured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Injured.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
who knows? Next year they'll probably make it to the
I
playoffs.
do believe they're gonna be better, but I think it's every chemistry and everything, getting used to everything. I feel like there's gonna be hiccups, and of course, having Dak there again. Going, I don't want. I hate repeating myself, and I know it's like it sounds like a broken, like you said, a broken record,
Oh,
but having Dak makes the team go down.
down. Yeah.
Like I feel like okay, you can build, get all these, get a good running back, get a first round running back, get good receivers, have CeeDee Lamb right there, have a good line, decent line that gives you at least 3-4 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah.
But adding Dak right there just brings down the ratings of that team.
Yeah. I
But
agree.
but I mean, that's really much it for the Cowboys. To be honest, it's really, really to see what happens in the offseason.
What happens this offseason? Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, as far as the Cowboys, it's already stick a fork on it. Done for already been for like what I would say 5-6 weeks, but
Yeah.
officially 2-3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
it was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
But the Texans, on the other hand,
Speaking of offs, yeah, the Houston Texans
playing their
are in the
first
playoffs.
their first game of the postseason this week.
Yep. And they're gonna go up against the San Diego Chargers.
That's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a
It's
good
gonna be a
game.
great
Good
game.
A lot of people though, Rex Ryan being one, saying that they're one and done, or saying pretty much that the Chargers have a bye against the Texans. Pretty much just disregarding the Houston Texans all in general.
Well, I mean, hey,
Yeah.
they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs.
The
So I gotta
playoffs.
say something, but like to disregard, them in that manner is downright disrespectful. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Although yes, they've played games. I was vocal on they played some games that they should have won. Lions being one, the Jets being one, the Packers being another one. Yeah.
The Titans, they got redemption on
They
that.
got their, oh yeah, definitely, and that was because they were using their secondaries.
One.
Although even at that, the first drives was with C.J. Stroud,
Mhm.
and yes, they did have an abysmal game that Christmas. I even said it on the Sports Bite, but honestly, it's been good, and I'm looking forward to how this game's gonna go up and about.
No, I mean, hey, we got a lot to see. There's
Yeah.
a lot of games for the first quarter has not started, but it's of course talking smack.
Yeah.
That talks that, but that says a lot about the team. You know
Yeah.
what? Hey, the Texans need to. You know what? I like what they're doing. Staying quiet.
Yeah.
Nobody say anything.
Yeah.
Focus. Stay concentrate on the game. That's all what they need to do.
And we'll look forward to it on Sunday.
Let your actions speak for themselves.
Definitely. Now, it's time for our favorite segment of the show. Ponte pilas en ese mijo.
Oh,
We
yeah.
pretty much say, well, who's been doing great and who's been sucking. And this week's who's been Ponete pilas goes to pretty much, I would have to say, the San Antonio Spurs, because honestly, it's been hard seeing them fall from 8th to 10th. They need to improve greatly. They have the tools. They have the skills. They need to improve greatly.
They especially like I said, and I'll say it again, from coming from a season like last one,
Definitely.
they cannot let that happen. They're going to need to be as far as possible from what happened last season.
Yeah, definitely. But now, the one that SSBCO goes to the Houston Rockets for staying in second place and fighting for first. And I feel that they're going to reach that no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, they've been on top for already a long time. Like they've been steadily there.
Mm-hmm.
They've been steadily there. They haven't dropped. They've been just progressing forward.
Yeah, definitely.
They've just been progressing forward.
And they need to keep at it and just protect Jalen Green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. But on another note, I do want to add the Houston Texans, because this is, like I said, the first playoffs of the season, and they worked hard to get there.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? I'm excited to see them play and see how far we can go ahead and go. Can we go all the way?
I agree. I agree. And we'll find out this Sunday when they go up against the San Diego Chargers.
It's gonna be a great game, and a well-deserved spot that they have. That, you know what? Hey, first game of the postseason.
Yeah,
it's going to be very important.
I think CJ will be locked in.
Yeah, he needs to change. He needs to change the way he is postseason. I think that's going to be one of the biggest questions.
Yeah,
CJ Stroud on how he performs, because postseason it's different. It's a different ball game.
Yeah. Well, guys, that about does it for another episode of Tailgate 956. I'm Rene Garza Jr.
and I'm Freddie Guevara,
and we'll see you back.